Welcome and thank you for being here today. I wanted to address the conference that was held earlier today and share some thoughts with the people in our community who rely on us as leaders to make sure we are affecting change. It's easy for people to stand up and stand in front of microphones and act as if though they have figured out a path forward that's been vetted and is funded, and that we are somehow just not latching on to that. It's frustrating for the city to have partners who are engaged in this kind of activity, because we have been working weekly in good faith to really move ahead with concepts and ideas to help mitigate what goes on in the Rio Grande neighborhood. So let's be clear that I'm not interested in a back and forth routine. We are not afraid of new ideas. In fact, what you're looking at here today is because of new ideas, things that we have moved forward, ideas that have been vetted, that are funded by the city to affect change in this neighborhood. This year, my budget prioritizes more than $3 million to address issues near the shelter. It also has inside of it $7 million of staffing for people who are working in this neighborhood. We appreciate the partnerships that we have had with the state and county to find solutions for jail beds, which we all know has been a critical issue for us in our ability to really have a heavy impact in this neighborhood. This is why we are focusing on unique efforts with programs like the Community Connection Center, which the chief will talk about here in a minute. And this is why we partner with service providers and community groups to provide opportunities for service and assistance with people who are experiencing homelessness. The map behind me right here represents everything Salt Lake City is doing and funding. This represents what the taxpayers of Salt Lake City are paying for in order to address a statewide problem. We are planning on redesigning infrastructure on 500 West, all in the hope of making the area safer for those who work there, live there, and receive services in that area. These ideas are the product of research and due diligence from city staff to ensure they can reasonably be implemented, that they are cost effective, and have buy-in from the city council, the community, and frankly, that they are legal. It is the staff of the Salt Lake City Police Department, Fire Department, Parks Department, Public Utilities, Sustainability Department, and Public Services that work in this neighborhood every day to affect change. So, yes, I am frustrated when our partners criticize our efforts and in the process criticize the city employees. I am very grateful to them and the work that they are doing. What I want our residents and business owners and employers to know is that we are putting our money and sweat equity into tackling these tough issues that have evolved over decades. We live this every day, and every day we realize victories, we save lives, and we arrest criminals. We are getting results. We are helping people who are addicted, and we are getting them the treatment they need and off of our streets. We are certainly open to new ideas, and that is how we got to where we are today. The city has work to do, and we will continue to do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for your kind words and support. Thank you for being here today. Change equals effort over time. I believe this. True change occurs with effort over time. There is no easy button to the community issues we have in the Rio Grande District. We are making a concerted effort to follow our core values of character, compassion, courage, communication, and commitment to the community. And we work to instill these values in the work that we do across the city, and we are dedicated to compassionate and constitutional policing each and every day. The resources dedicated to the Rio Grande District equate to $7 million, as the mayor said. This number includes officers from patrol, bikes, narcotics, street crimes, organized crime unit, the CIU, the post outreach team, and our social workers. Let's talk about the potency of these resources, officers and social workers. For criminals, we offer traditional methods of enforcement. If you're going to sell drugs, we'll oblige you with an arrest. We'll seize your money and your drugs, and we will disrupt this criminal activity time and time again. The Salt Lake City Police Department saw a 58% increase in seized drug doses from 2015 to 2016. That is 189,000 individual doses of heroin, meth, and other drugs. That equates to more than $1.5 million of street-level drugs being taken from dealers and off the streets of Salt Lake City. The officers continue to interdict and take action against criminal activity every single day. For years, we have tried to arrest our way out of these issues, and you've heard me talk about that. We know that does not work. We finally have a program that is working and is lauded nationally as a complementary way to address community issues we see every day. For those suffering from substance use disorder and mental health issues, we provide innovative alternative options. We work with all kinds of governmental agencies, nonprofit organizations, and treatment facilities to offer avenues of help. As the mayor mentioned, we have the Community Connection Center, and this is impressive, with almost a 50% success rate by those clients who voluntarily walk through the front door. They see an average of 175 clients a week and continue to increase resources, services, and access for those who most need help. What we are doing is working. The efforts we make each and every day are affecting real change in people's lives. This work is not done, and we keep looking for innovative partnerships and approaches. We are not afraid to make the effort and take the time to make real change. Thank you.
So, do you want to walk them through this map a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be great.
What you're looking at, and on the periphery, the orange dots and the yellow, the orange triangles, the yellow triangles, over the last year, we have gone through with our officers, and under a SEPTED review, we have looked at the lighting, and we've heard that the lighting needed to be increased. So we have replaced a lot of the lighting with the higher, more white visibility LED lights. There has been a change to the trash receptacles. Now, people would think, well, gosh, just put out more trash cans and it'd be okay, but the trash cans seem to get up and walk away. There was a trial and error period where we had to figure out what type of trash can or receptacle would actually work best and facilitate the need in this area. We've found that restroom facilities are imperative. At one time we had 2 Portland loos. Under Mayor Biskupski's administration, we have now increased. The green dots represent the restroom facilities that have been put into the city. And these are not just restrooms, these are restroom facilities with attendants so that we can make sure and monitor what's going on in there. Now, what are the 2 things that criminals don't like? Cops and cameras. We along 5th West are going to put 4 cameras. These are the high visibility or high digital pan tilt zoom. These are cameras that we can focus in on what's going on down there. Who's buying these drugs? How this mechanism or how this very intricate dance of narcotics are being distributed on our streets. And to those coming down here to buy, we can see faces and we can see license plates from those cameras. This will no longer be the place to buy your drugs. We used to have a small precinct over here behind Iggy's. We've taken the bike officers, the CIT officers, the host officers, and combined them at the CCC just across the street from Rio Grande on the west side. That is a very optical thing for us. We have a small precinct with 50, 60 officers and social workers coming and going every day. So, strategic changes made in this area to affect what's going on. Not only the criminal element, but to increase our accessibility to those who truly need help.
As you can see in this area here, this is where some of the land changes we are looking to make. There is a real need for the businesses and for our social workers and our law enforcement to have some parking in this area. So we are looking to transition that space to some parking this summer to accommodate that need. And then we will also have our bike officers have space for their bikes as well. Is there anything else?
So, I mean, these changes may look small by themselves, but when you put them all together, with the increased presence of our bike officers and the outreach that's being done by our homeless outreach service team and our mental health unit, I truly think that we are going to make a difference. And, you know, you can't measure success down there in how many arrests you make. We truly have to look at how many lives we've changed. And sometimes those aren't on a tally sheet. Those are done with social workers connecting people to programs and getting them out of this horrible life of experiencing homelessness, addiction, and mental health problems.
I think what I want people to understand is Operation Diversion didn't just end last fall. So we have kept the treatment beds full, and we have been waiting on jail beds. And we finally will be getting those. And the state came forward with funding for July. Some beds, I believe, are going to open up maybe sooner than that, and you can respond to that. But Operation Diversion didn't just end. We have been doing it. And our success rate is actually higher than the surprise attack success rate. The 50% is almost double the success rate of the surprise attack.
And to that point, look, if we had 300 jail beds tomorrow, we could probably go out and arrest enough people to fill those beds. Should we? Absolutely not. We should go out and find those that truly need help, and if we need to make that arrest, use the arrest to stop that bad behavior, to interrupt criminal activity. But then, very compassionately, jail can be the front door or the first step into treatment.
Right.
That's how we need to start looking at it.
And that evaluation process that can occur there and move people through an assessment process in a certain direction, I think is a great idea. But that ends up being at the county level, right? So the partnership needs to exist. And the county needs to be really truly focused on their end of this game. And part of it is this drug treatment idea, just like our drug courts. Oh, okay. We are done. Sorry, but thank you for coming today and taking some time to hear from us. Please know that we do take this very seriously. We look forward to continuing a partnership with the county and making sure that we have the impact we need to have this summer and going forward. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mary.